your designated driver on the highway to health. Dr. Bob Martin is on the Better Health Network. Careful. The health talk show you're about to enjoy is extremely hot. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
Call Dr. Bob now and ask your health-related question. Toll free 888-553-7262. That's 888-55-Dr. Bob.
You're a new and better man. He helps you to understand. He does everything he can. Dr. Robert. If you're down, he'll pick you up. Dr. Robert. Take a drink from the special cup. Dr. Robert.
Well, you do have the right to remain healthy. Anything you eat, anything you drink, anything you do or don't do can and will be used against you by your body. Now, you have the right to counsel during this process, and if you feel you cannot find or afford a caring health professional, well, then one has been provided for you, and it happens to be me, yours truly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. I thank you for tuning into the program today, and a special thank you to our regular listeners who tell other people about the show so they, too, can get healthy naturally and become their own best doctors most of the time. That's what we're dedicated to, health education, because the more you're educated about health, the less likely you are to get sick in the first place. You know, out of the dark and into the light. Now, we have a special guest coming up a little bit later in this hour, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lively talk about a very important subject, one that could be very well game-changing for your health going forward and maybe your loved ones. Now, next hour, we're going to be providing to you the special features, the health alternative of the week, health outrage of the week, and the health mystery of the week. Now, we often plug in a special feature called the health product or product recall of the week. And in fact, we've had to insert it into the show because there's been so many of these product recalls, contaminations, people getting sick and dying. And we're going to get to a topic in just a moment about that. And that'll serve as our product recall feature this week. I'm going to give an overview of all of that in a moment here. But I also want to let you know we have a health poll question that we're asking you to give us your opinion of, and you can answer that question, weigh in on it on my personal website at drbob.com, spelling out the word doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, bob.com. Scroll down, look at the health poll question. It's related to the continuation of the opioid crisis. Darren, do you still have Governor Chris Christie, when he spoke about where the opioid crisis began? And, of course, he was working with at that time, the President Trump's administration. I wanted to, before I tell you this hour, about the health poll question, I want to set the stage with really the evidence as to where this opioid crisis that we have in America today, where it began, where is the genesis, what is the problem that most people don't understand, because what's happening now is we're spending all of our resources and energy at going after the pharmaceutical companies, which they certainly have their share of culpability in the process of expanding their products in the marketplace with opioids by convincing doctors and bribing doctors, and doctors taking the bribes, I might add. And I think the blame needs to be spread around in a more broad way and not necessarily insulate doctors from the problem, especially when you learn the problem started in most doctors' offices with opioids. Here's the statement from former Governor Chris Christie.
What we found, Jake, is 142 Americans are dying every day of drug overdose every day, which means we have a 9/11 scale loss every 3 weeks in America. So the first recommendation we say to the president is you must declare a national emergency, a public health emergency that will empower your cabinet, the executive branch, and motivate the congressional folks to be able to fund this and to get on top of it, because we have a crisis. Think about that, Jake. Every 3 weeks.
That's staggering.
The number of people who 11.
Mostly from opioids?
Mostly 3/4 from opioids.
And is the pattern that they have some sort of health problem, they get opioids, and then they can't afford to stay on it, or the doctors won't continue prescribing, and so they turn to heroin? Is that
4 out of every 5 new heroin addicts in the country today started on prescription opioids? So this problem, Jake, is not happening. It's not starting on our street corners. It's starting in our doctor's offices. We prescribed enough opioids in this country in 2015 to have every adult in America fully medicated for 3 weeks.
All right, stop the tape. Stop the tape. That is even outdated. It's now 80,000 people dying last year from opioids, starting in doctor's offices, in large part, 4 out of 5 of them. So here's the question we're asking you to give us an answer on. Since 4 out of 5 opioid addictions in the U.S. are caused by medical prescriptions, the question becomes, should governmental oversight focus on A, MD drug pushers generating the demand for opioids, or B, we focus on illegal drug pushers providing the supply to opioids? In other words, do we attack the demand or the supply? A or B? You can vote on my website at drbob.com. Spelling out the word doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, Bob.com. Now, I want to get into this food recall. Food recalls are now soaring 10% in 5 years with meat and poultry. We even have a segment now, and you hear the background music we had to insert into the show because of it. They're up more than 80%. Food recalls in the U.S. are up big time. Big new report out. Overall recalls. From romaine lettuce to Ritz crackers to, you name it, chocolate-covered marshmallows to Honey Smack cereal. By 10%, it rose between the years 2013 and 2018, according to an analysis of the U.S. Public Interest Research Group. Most shocking report has found that meat and poultry recalls falling in the category of Class 1, meaning consuming them, could lead to death, increased by a whopping 80% in a 5-year period between 2013 and 2018. The report found that produce and processed foods recalled by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration increased 2%. And according to researchers, 1 in 6 Americans get sick from eating contaminated food, leading to around 3,000 deaths per year. And they're talking about, E. coli outbreaks. They're talking about a recall recently of 130,000 pounds of ground beef contaminated with E. coli. And so the authors, of course, are reporting that they are unable to determine if the rise in the recalls are due to better technology that can detect contamination or more bacteria in the food supply. And they are the 3 main ways that companies that actually can improve and reduce the liability with this contaminated food epidemic that's going on. First, we need to ban the sale of meat that has salmonella in it. The Food and Drug Administration Inspection Service allows meat to be sold that companies know is contaminated with salmonella, believe it or not, as long as the meat, is cooked thoroughly. In other words, they ship it out with the salmonella in it and telling people, well, cook it thoroughly just so you can kill the germs that are there anyway. Second, the idea of public standards need to be set for water usage and irrigation sprayed by these plants, because a lot of these problems with the contamination of the romaine had to do with refuse water. In other words, sewage water being sprayed, from cattle dung into the fields. Oh, yeah. That's where, and so, of course, but you got to wash your vegetables, they tell us. Well, try that. Who's going to do that so thoroughly you don't have any vegetables left? And you still need to do it, though. And lastly, companies that sell these products after a recall need to be punished in a big-time way financially or shut down if they have recidivism going on. Those are the three ways that we can protect ourselves from these contaminated food poisonings, deaths, and hospitalizations. We need to get some teeth is what we need to do in fixing the problem, because it's not getting any better. In fact, it's getting worse because of the lax laws. And you, the consumer, can drive those decisions. Buyer beware. And there are plenty of ways you can thoroughly cook your food and wash your food. Do it. Protect yourself in any way you can and buy organic whenever possible. Our special guest, Dr. Decker Weiss, on the deck. Coming up, stay tuned. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Future Farms liquid turmeric is now available in their new organic liquid turmeric formula with liposomes and bioperine. Future Farms liquid turmeric with liposomes delivers 400% greater absorption to reduce inflammation faster. Sourced only from the freshest, purest ingredients from Hawaii. This liquid organic formula is made from hand-picked fresh turmeric root and is never powdered. Future Farm liquid turmeric provides all the nutrients from the entire turmeric plant. Only Future Farms liposomal liquid can deliver the maximum absorption to your body. This unique formula supports relief of joint pain, stiffness, inflammation, migraines, and glaucoma, as well as plantar fasciitis, digestive, and memory challenges. Call now and take advantage of the Dr. Bob Martin listener special and receive a free bottle with your purchase of 2. Call 888-841-7216. 841-7216. That's 1-888-841-7216 or MyFutureFarm, that's farm with a P.com.
This is Rob Martin. We created the Televite multivitamin because we wanted to make your cells younger all over your body, inside and out. And guess what? We now have a Televite human study published in a medical journal. We lengthened cell-protecting telomeres 56% in middle-aged and senior men and women. Telomeres reveal how fast your cells are aging until your cells gradually disappear and die. Telomere shortening is behind virtually all the health and beauty issues of aging. So start lengthening your telomeres and get younger by the day. Call now for the special Televite 90-day offer, exactly the amount used in the groundbreaking study, and it's only $1 a day. Call toll-free 855-835-6848. That's 855-835-6848 or 855-TELEVITE. And ask about free shipping, and to order online, go to televite.com and click on the vintage microphone on the top right.
High blood pressure is the silent killer that terrorizes 1 in 4 Americans. Experts recommend high blood pressure prevention to prevent critical damage to major organs, heart, brain, kidneys, and eyes. Do you have high blood pressure? Are you tired of the side effects of prescription blood pressure drugs? Try Press Assure, the safe, effective, natural remedy for high blood pressure with no adverse side effects. Press Assure is the #1 selling natural product in Asia, recommended by thousands of hospitals. Press Assure begins regulating blood pressure immediately. Do what thousands do for high blood pressure. Take Press Assure. Call toll-free 1-888-686-3683. That's 1-888-686-3683, or go to PressAssure.com. Mention Dr. Bob and you'll receive 3 bottles of Press Assure for the price of 2. That's right. Get 1 bottle free. Call right now and you also receive a free bottle of CoQ10 with the special. 1-888-686-3683.
Size matters. You're listening to the largest and longest airing health talk show in America. We're huge. Thanks to you, the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
And a happy and healthy welcome back to this hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Thank you for tuning into the program. I want to remind you that coming up a little bit later, we're going to be talking about the fact that researchers out of the University of Michigan are now saying, get this, 93% of antibiotic prescriptions may be unnecessary in the United States. Think about that. 93% of the prescriptions being generated by doctors given to patients may be unnecessary, according to a researcher out of the University of Michigan. Amazing. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. Also, we're going to be talking about the fact that couples who laugh together do stay together. We'll have some discussion about what scientists are saying out of the University of Kansas related to that. Plus, this week's installments of the Health Alternative of the Week, Outrage of the Week, and the Health Mystery of the Week. Plus, in between all that, the top 10 fiber-rich foods that you should be eating more of. All of that to come. Stay tuned. Now, we're going to turn our attention to our special guest this segment of the program. His name is Dr. Decker Weiss. Dr. Weiss is the first truly holistic cardiologist. After graduating from Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine, he performed an internship, residency, and fellowship at the prestigious Arizona Heart Institute, Columbia Hospital, and the Arizona Heart Hospital. Dr. Weiss stayed on staff for over 10 years, and while building his prestigious practice in Scottsdale, Arizona, in 2015, Dr. Weiss accepted a position as a senior fellow at Artis Research, performing cutting-edge research and medical care in conflict zones, such as on the Syria border, Israel, Iraq, and Africa. Recently, Dr. Weiss launched a nonprofit organization called Peace Possible. You can check out that website at peacepossible.com, dedicated to research of treatment, prevention, and reversal of PTSD and radicalization, and the providing of advanced medical care to refugees and orphans. Dr. Weiss is considered a worldwide expert in disease prevention, pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical approaches to cardiovascular disease and chronic inflammation. We are honored to have him back on the show with us to discuss some very important topics. And with that, let us welcome Dr. Decker Weiss back to the program. Good day to you, Decker.
Good day to you, sir. It's always great to be on Dr. Bob. It's a great morning.
All right, so we've talked about this in the past. I've asked you to come on the show because earlier in the show I was talking about blue zones around the world and these long livers who become octogenarians and centenarians, people who live past 90 and 100 years. And when you study their cultures, you see that they have some common denominators. Now, when we go through our training and we study these epidemiological patterns all around the world as doctors so that we can impart that information to our patients, this is good stuff to know. When somebody walks through the door and says, look, I want to get as much out of my life, and I want to have not only long life, but I want to have a disease-free life without all these chronic degenerative diseases that I hear about and see all the time. How do I get that, doctor? How do I obtain that knowledge and information? And then I direct them to some of these cultures around the world, Dr. Weiss, and I know you do too, and that's why I asked you to come on the program, these cultures that are avoiding all the big bullets, decreasing their risk of all the big bullets, the cancer, the heart disease, the osteoporosis, all that. What are they doing, and what can we do to mimic them? And then I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, well, why not us? We have all this technology. We have wonderful scientists. We have wonderful doctors here. Well, why not us? Why can't we live functionally into our 80s? Why are we falling apart in our 70s? And when you look at it, you had some personal experiences. We've had some great discussions about sea vegetables in the diet. And what it is they're not sitting there taking, CalMag, white, hard capsules for just getting 2 minerals. They're eating sea vegetables, so they're getting, in combination, 90, 100 minerals, antioxidants, and vitamins that trickle into the system through the day. And that's one of the reasons why they're doing it. These people, they don't lose their tissue levels of minerals and nutrients. You can trace almost every chronic disease to one of two things, Dr. Bob. It's toxicity and nutrient depletion, and they're related because when you deplete your nutrients and minerals, you can't detox effectively. I mean, look at Japan. They have no business living longer than us. There's pollution. There is heavy smoking. There is tons of stress from their work style, the way they work so many hours. Yet they're living into their 80s, and we are dropping off early. And so something's got to change, and it's going to be unlocking that science in the sea vegetables that's going to do it for us.
Well, that's exactly what I have determined. It's one thing as we read about it. We're sitting in school reading about all these statistics saying, oh, that's amazing. I didn't realize these people in Asian countries do live longer. They have less of these diseases until you actually step on the ground in Japan and you start looking around and you're hard-pressed to find obesity. Unless you're in Tokyo where all the fast food restaurants are, or you're hard-pressed to find people who are sick. You actually see people, and I've interviewed these people with an interpreter. Some of these people that look like they were, getting on an age, and lo and behold, they were riding their bicycles in their 90s. They were working still having sex, and not plagued by all these diseases, which most Americans are worrying about beyond age 40 and already are plagued with. So that's where I want to pick it up. I want to help our audience to understand that it's not as hard as they may believe. They don't have to move to Asia unless they want to in order to adopt or at least, be able to have access to some of the secrets that the Asians have been utilizing and employing to allow them to have this longevity and this reduction of disease. Now, it's obviously more complex than just eating sea vegetables. I mean, they do exercise, they have healthy hygiene and sanitation practices. It goes beyond that. But the average person listening to this conversation today, we need to try to get them into the idea, Dr. Weiss, if we can, that yes, the vegetables are important. Unfortunately, most of us are getting access to vegetables that are in the ground as opposed to in the sea. And I want you to explain the difference between the nutrient content of the land vegetables versus the sea vegetables, which may very well be part and parcel of the secret as the way that Asians live and the way that they reduce their risk of these diseases.
Yeah, and basically in land-based, let's look at our broccolis and cauliflowers and kales. It's grown in similar soils. And even though they look good, we've been able to track things like 3,000% decrease in chromium and 60% decrease in calcium. Even though those land-based vegetables may look good and taste good, there's not enough punch in those. Let's compare to sea vegetables, like Sea Veg, one of the products out there. Sea vegetables, the soil is constantly churning over. You have constant ground activity naturally, whether it's animal life or the growing of coral or whatever it is. So that soil doesn't become depleted. And, I want to add one other quick thing to this. Let's say you've got your multivitamin, multimineral in one hand, and you've got like a bottle of Sea Veg, which is taking these sea vegetables and getting them into a really good form we can use every day. When we use that multivitamin mineral, it spikes high in your bloodstream, and your body tends to fight to get it off. We've all seen yellow urine after taking B vitamins. Now, when you look at those sea vegetables, the stuff that is high in nutrients, we know it is because of the way that soil cycles in these oceans. Well, as soon as it gets into the body, it doesn't spike. You don't get the yellow urine. It basically trickles in all through the day. I think, Dr. Bob, that's the key. I think it's taking these 92 minerals and nutrients and trickling them in all through the day.
All right, I'm going to have you hold that thought and come back. We're going to pick it up on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. I'm Dr. Bob Martin.
High blood pressure is the silent killer that terrorizes 1 in 4 Americans. Experts recommend high blood pressure prevention to prevent critical damage to major organs, heart, brain, kidneys, and eyes. Do you have high blood pressure? Are you tired of the side effects of prescription blood pressure drugs? Try PressAssure, the safe, effective, natural remedy for high blood pressure with no adverse side effects. PressAssure is the #1 selling natural product in Asia, recommended by thousands of hospitals. PressAssure begins regulating blood pressure immediately. Do what thousands do for high blood pressure. Take PressAssure. Call toll-free 1-888-686-3683. That's 1-888-686-3683, or go to PressAssure.com. Mention Dr. Bob and you'll receive 3 bottles of PressAssure for the price of 2. That's right. Get 1 bottle free. Call right now and you also receive a free bottle of CoQ10 with the special. 1-888-686-3683.
It may come as a surprise to learn that virtually all people have some degree of cataract formation in one or both eyes by age 40. Fact is, cataract is a leading cause of blindness in the United States. But here's the good news. Thanks to medical research, there now exists a way to help prevent cataracts from forming and reverse it in some people who already have it with a revolutionary, safe, and effective all-natural eye drop formulation called Can-C. Can-C eye drops contain a special nutrient called N-acetylcarnosine, which was discovered to be depleted in the eyes of cataract sufferers. Can-C has also been found to help glaucoma, floaters, dry eyes, and retinal problems. Think about how important your sight is now and will be in the future. Then decide to protect your precious vision with Can-C eye drops. I personally use Can-C eye drops, and you should too. Call 800-861-4936. 800-861-4936. That's 800-861-4936 or wisechoicemedicine.com. Dr. Bob here. By now you've likely read or heard about the emerging medical science behind an amazing herb called turmeric. Researchers continue to discover what people have known for centuries, and that is eating or taking supplemental turmeric is beneficial in helping a great number of health challenges, including reducing joint pain, stiffness and swelling, arthritis, supporting immune function, and even inhibiting cognitive decline as we age. However, not all turmeric is the same. Future Farm liquid turmeric is USDA certified organic and grown in the pristine island of Kauai, Hawaii. Be aware of other turmeric products, as many contain toxic metals from foreign countries. Future Farm turmeric comes in liquid form in accordance with FDA regulations to assure nearly 100% absorption because capsules simply don't absorb as well. Order Future Farm turmeric by calling 888-841-7216. That's 1-888-841-7216 or myfuturefarm.com. That's 888-841-7216.
Are you waiting for the right excuse? Are you waiting for a sign to choose? While you're waiting, it's the time you lose. What are you waiting for? Don't you want to spread your wings and fly? Don't you really want to live your life? Don't you want to love before you die? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
This half hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show is sponsored by Nutritional Testing Services. You can order at-home tests for mineral deficiency, toxic metals, saliva hormone tests, digestive tests, thyroid tests, and more by calling 1-800-606-8822. That's 1-800-606-8822.
All right, Dr. Bob Martin back with you. Thank you for tuning into the program today. Later in the show, we're going to have for you the top 10 fiber-rich foods that you should be eating more of. Stay tuned for that. Our special guest this segment of the program is cardiologist and physician Dr. Decker Weiss. He's here with us, explaining to us how we can enhance our nutrition so that we reduce our risk of many of these degenerative diseases which are plaguing individuals in America. I mean, we have poor health in America for a lot of reasons. One of them, major one, has to do with the lack of nutrition that we're obtaining and receiving through diet and other issues. We're here today talking about it, and he just mentioned C-Veg and the supplement C-Veg. You're going to have an opportunity to get a free bottle of C-Veg, their premium C-Veg multi-superfood supplement, in just a little bit. Have something to write with and write on so that you can jot down the appropriate numbers and website where you can obtain and qualify to win or get a free bottle of the C-Veg supplement that Dr. Weiss is talking about. All right, let's rejoin Dr. Weiss on this topic of how we can augment our diet, because let's face it, Dr. Weisser, we hear the call to action from health experts all the time that Americans should eat more vegetables, 9 to, I think, 13 servings a day. The reality is most people aren't going to do that. They're unable or unwilling to do it, and, of course, we still need to get those nutrients and through the all-important vegetables. So, of course, I want to find and have you tell our audience a convenient way that they can do it, because some of them are going to skip it, or they hate the taste of vegetables, or they just don't have the time to prepare them, and how they can still take advantage of the nutrients that they need in order to prevent these diseases.
Yeah, and also just back to the absurdity of 9 to 13 servings of vegetables per day, even if you did that, it's not truthful, Dr. Bob. There's not enough mineral density in the land-based vegetables, even if it's organic. Now, if you've got your own garden and you are going to wolf these vegetables all day, you are the 1%. I commend you. But it would take your own garden and basically brand new soil every year. So, Americans, we adapt. Sea veg comes along. It takes those high nutrient density vegetables, and it gets it into convenient capsules for us. So rather than waking up and cooking for 4 hours, I pop a couple capsules of sea veg, and I'm on my way. And it'll trickle in these over 90, minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, and there's even some anti-cancer activity, significant anti-cancer activity that's built into these sea vegetables. That's one reason why in Asia we see lower cancers despite all of the toxins they're exposed to. After all these different problems that these cultures have faced with that, there's still less cancer, even in heavy smoking areas. So in sea veg, I'm popping these capsules. Now I don't have to eat my 13 servings of vegetables, and I'm getting a little bit of anti-cancer stuff to start my day. It is something in my office. We've tried to move more to green powders, and we've tried to move more to these different nutrient-dense items. But the sea vegetables are the most popular because I got it in a couple capsules. Very, very convenient. I wake up, I take my CoQ10, and I take my sea veg, and I start my day. And now I've got everything trickling in through the day. There's no spike in detox. It's not all of a sudden I've got a big amount of calcium and magnesium in my bloodstream, and then I pee it out. It is trickling in all through that day. And that's why sea veg has just been really, really popular. From your practice days, we always want to remember Dr. Bob, an outstanding clinician in his own right. I've seen many of your patients through the years. There's things that your patients glom onto and say, I want another bottle, or all of a sudden, every time you look over at your shelf, it's empty. Sea veg is by far and away the best thing in my office for that. And that's why I'm glad you guys gave me the opportunity to talk about it today.
And we're so glad to have you with us. Our guest, Dr. Decker Weiss, cardiologist and physician, is with us talking about ways that we can insure. This is like swallowing health insurance. Truly it is. And so the average American with our lifestyle, it's a rough go and it's a hard lift to get all the things we need. Here you have a company that has put it in a capsule to make it that much easier for our lifestyles, called Sea Veg. And today you're going to have the opportunity to get a free bottle of Sea Veg with your purchase of 2 bottles. You buy 2, you get 1 free of their premium Sea Veg multi-superfood supplement, the one that Dr. Decker Weiss is recommending, the one that I use also. You got to use the promo code Dr. Bob Free when you order. Just say Dr. Bob Free, guaranteed, or your money back. Sea Veg is a guaranteed supplement. Here's the toll-free number to take advantage of getting a free bottle of Sea Veg with your order of 2. 855-627-9929. Order now, Sea Veg. Get a free bottle with your order of 2. Use the code Dr. Bob Free, 855-627-9929. You can also go online at buyseaveg.com. That's B-U-Y-C as in the ocean, veg, V-E-G, buyseaveg.com. Then the promo code Dr. Bob Free to get your free bottle of Sea Veg with your order of 2 bottles. And, so many people, they hear about, they learn about these Asian cultures, and they figure, well, it must be the latitude and the longitude that they're living at. That's what it is. That's what's keeping them living longer and having less diseases. No, it's not. It's about what they're putting in their mouth and how they're moving around. That's really what it's all about. It's not that complicated. And when you study the types of foods, because I'm in food lines with them when we travel to Asia, and we've been there like 9 times already, I look at what they put on their plates. And what they're eating are the sea vegetables that I've never seen in the grocery store produce aisle in America. They're just not available. I guess you could import them in here if you wanted to. That would be pretty expensive. Or you could just move to Asia and eat like the Asians. I mean, that's a possibility. Or you can bring it to you today by ordering the sea veg and getting your family and yourself started on this premium sea veg multi-superfood supplement. And get a free bottle while you're at it with your order of 2. Here's the number again, 855-627-9929, 855-627-9929, promo code Dr. Bob free, or you can go online at buyseaveg.com. That's B-U-Y, C is in the ocean, veg.com. And the code Dr. Bob free. We'll be back with our finishing comments of Dr. Decker Weiss right after this. Stay with us.
It may come as a surprise to learn that virtually all people have some degree of cataract formation in one or both eyes by age 40. Fact is, cataract is a leading cause of blindness in the United States. But here's the good news. Thanks to medical research, there now exists a way to help prevent cataracts from forming and reverse it in some people who already have it with a revolutionary, safe, and effective all-natural eye drop formulation called Can-C. Can-C eye drops contain a special nutrient called N-acetylcarnosine, which was discovered to be depleted in the eyes of cataract sufferers. Can-C has also been found to help glaucoma, floaters, dry eyes, and retinal problems. Think about how important your sight is now and will be in the future. Then decide to protect your precious vision with Can-C eye drops. I personally use Can-C eye drops, and you should too. Call 800-861-4936. 800-861-4936. That's 800-861-4936 or wisechoicemedicine.com.
High blood pressure is the silent killer that terrorizes 1 in 4 Americans. Experts recommend high blood pressure prevention to prevent critical damage to major organs, heart, brain, kidneys, and eyes. Do you have high blood pressure? Are you tired of the side effects of prescription blood pressure drugs? Try Press Assure, the safe, effective, natural remedy for high blood pressure with no adverse side effects. Press Assure is the #1 selling natural product in Asia, recommended by thousands of hospitals. Press Assure begins regulating blood pressure immediately. Do what thousands do for high blood pressure. Take Press Assure. Call toll-free 1-888-686-3683. That's 1-888-686-3683, or go to PressAssure.com. Mention Dr. Bob and you'll receive 3 bottles of Press Assure for the price of 2. That's right. Get 1 bottle free. Call right now and you also receive a free bottle of CoQ10 with the special. 1-888-686-3683.
There's a breakthrough multivitamin called Televite, formulated by longevity researchers to make your cells younger all over your body, inside and out. Too good to be true? Well, there's a Televite human study published in a scientific journal, and in just 90 days, the Televite multivitamin lengthened chromosome-protecting telomeres 56% in older men and women. Telomeres reveal how fast your cells are aging until your cells gradually disappear and die. That's when your health and beauty issues become worse, because short telomeres are your longevity enemy. It's time to lengthen your telomeres and get younger by the day. Call now for a special Televite 90-day offer. The amount used in the groundbreaking study, only $1 a day, and get a second Televite order 50% off. Call toll-free, 877-332-6678. 877-332-6678. That's 877-332-6678, or go to gettelevite.com.
Now you can follow Dr. Bob on Instagram at Dr. Bob Martin Show. That's DOCTOR Bob Martin Show on Instagram.
All right, welcome back to this hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. I want to remind our listeners that next hour we're going to go moving into our open line health forum, where you can call in and ask a question about your own health or somebody else's health, or make a health comment. It will be available next hour. We're also going to be covering the topic, this question: did you have sex too young? Nearly 3,000 people were asked about their experience of losing their virginity by researchers at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. Wait till you hear the responses to that question. Did you have sex too young? We'll cover that next hour. Think about it a little bit yourself, and then you'll be able to hear what they discovered in their polling data. All right, our special guest this segment of the program is Dr. Decker Weiss. He's considered a worldwide expert in disease prevention, pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical approaches to cardiovascular disease and chronic inflammation and all things that are related to that, which are most diseases in general. We're here with him discussing why it is that Asian cultures who consume a good amount of sea vegetables through their diet, why they have less disease risk and why they live longer and have better quality of life. And he's been explaining to us the fact that their bodies are being nourished, they're being augmented with an array of nutrients that you otherwise are not going to get unless you consume a large amount of sea vegetables. And in doing so, they're able to protect their health from all the toxins that are both there environmentally and all the things that everybody is exposed to on a daily basis. Now, Dr. Weiss, I want you to, if you would, because we're here talking about sort of like getting the best multivitamin in the system to protect ourselves, like swallowing health insurance, I want to have you compare and contrast what most people do. They go down to Sam's Club or Costco or the drugstore and they pick up a bottle of Centrum or one-a-day vitamin thinking, okay, so I'll fill in the gaps. I know my diet's not perfect, and I can't always eat everything I want to eat and what I should eat, so I'll go ahead and take one of these multivitamins, and I think I'll be good to go. Is that something that people should be concerned about?
They should absolutely be concerned about it, because when you're doing a Centrum, and sorry to call you out by name, but, a flawed product's a flawed product. And when you're taking that into your body, all that stuff gets into the bloodstream in a high spike. So it gets in, but it spikes high. Now the body sees it as being poisoned, as it being toxic. And so what the body does is take extra efforts in the kidneys to go ahead and clear it out. One thing you generally get from those is yellow urine, stinky urine, because the body literally, as fast as it's going in, within hours, it's going right back out. The sea vegetables don't do that. Because there's 92 of them and because it is a natural product, what happens is it goes in, and these nutrients trickle in through your stomach, through your intestines, and it's leaving extra fiber, which is always good for us, is it's going through. One other thing about Asian cultures is we see them being more active. Well, the reason they're more active is they're not in pain, Dr. Bob. When you have adequate nutrients and minerals and you wake up and you don't feel like you got run over by a truck, or you don't feel 70, 65, you wake up and you move more. And so it's a chicken and egg. What I say is you get the minerals rolling, you like sea veg, and then you will feel like walking more. You will feel like swimming more. Do I think you'll have less pain? Yes, because I see it in my patients. So it is that catch-22. But you did a great job, Dr. Bob. They're just not born with better genetics. No, they have better systems, better nutrients going in all the time. And then when people feel better, they will be more active. And that's what I need as a cardiologist. I need good amount of nutrients, and I need my patients active. And if you do those two things, you tend to stay away from me. So that's a good thing, because you don't want to go see your cardiologist unless you have to. And things like when you look at blood pressure issues and all of that stuff, they are related intimately to nutrient levels and toxicity, which sea veg punches both of those holes. It will fill both of those, and that's why it's become so popular for me. And I really recommend that we start leaving the multivitamins, especially these Centrums and these giant Costco things, 800 nutrients for $10. That just makes expensive toilet water. That's all you're really doing with it.
It is so true. Well spoken. Now, folks, if you want to take advantage of getting a free bottle of Sea Veg, their premium Sea Veg multi-superfood supplement with your order of 2, use the promo code Dr. Bob Free when you call this number right now. And, by the way, Sea Veg is guaranteed or your money back. Here's the number, 855-627 $99.29. Call right now. Use the promo code Dr. Bob free. Get your free bottle with your order of 2. 855-627-9929. You can also go online at buycveg.com. That's B-U-Y-C as in the ocean, veg, V-E-G, buycveg.com, or call 855-627-9929 to take advantage of their free bottle offer with your order of 2 of their premium C-Veg multi-superfood supplement. Buycveg.com or 855-627-9929. And with that, let us say goodbye to our very special guest, Dr. Decker Weiss. Dr. Weiss, thank you for joining us, and have a good rest of the weekend, sir.
Oh, my honor, and thanks for letting me bring this information to your show. It is such a wonderful opportunity for me.
All right. Take good care of yourself, Dr. Weiss. Appreciate you coming out on the weekend to talk to our audience today. There he goes, cardiologist, physician, Dr. Decker Weiss. We'll be right back. I'm Dr. Bob Martin. If you've been listening to my show, you've heard me talking about an amazing supplement called C-Veg, a natural and organic multivitamin containing 92 vitamins and minerals, including calcium, antioxidants, omega-3 and 6. The Asian cultures know that sea plants are one of the healthiest, most nutritional plants you'll find on land and sea. C-Veg has been helping people boost their immune systems, balance their metabolisms, reduce inflammation, and provide moisturizing to skin, hair, and nails. Try C-Veg to enjoy all the benefits of these sea vegetables. C-Veg, feel healthier and younger or your money back. To order, call toll-free 855-627-9929. That's 855-627-9929. Or go online at buycveg.com. That's B-U-I-C like the ocean, veg, V-E-G.com. Order in the next 60 minutes. Use discount code Dr. Bob, and shipping is free. Call now 855-627-9929 or online at buycveg.com.
Jim Pee Wee Martin of the 101st Airborne Division speaks about the life-threatening conditions he had to endure during World War II and the amazement from doctors when he survived.
We had so little food that not enough energy, and we quit shivering. That means you're really in bad shape, and the doctors couldn't understand how we survived.
The American Veterans Center protects the legacy and honors the sacrifice of American veterans. To hear more, like us on Facebook.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. We've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. Our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days. Then, if rates go up, your rate stays locked. But if rates go down, your rate drops. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
Research studies on the herb turmeric with its active ingredient curcumin are dominating the health journals because of its beneficial effect on immunity, memory, joint swelling, blood sugar, and bowel problems. However, the most important scientific aspect of turmeric is its ability to control inflammation and pain. Warning, beware of turmeric in capsules from foreign countries due to purity concerns, and insist on USDA organic Future Farm turmeric grown on the pristine Hawaiian island of Kauai and made in an FDA-sanctioned facility. Future Farm turmeric comes in liquid form to ensure maximum absorption. Customers are raving about the amazing results achieved by taking Future Farm turmeric, and so will you. Order now and get a free bottle of Future Farm turmeric with your order of 2 bottles. Call 888-841-7216, 888-841-7216, or myfuturefarm, that's farm.com, 888-841-7216, or myfuturefarm.com.
She's the dreamer's dream. She's the hands of time. She's the queen of kings.
Listen to Dr. Bob's entire 3-hour show, live or podcast. Just go to Dr. Bob's webpage at drbob.com. Spell out doctor, that's D-O-C-T-O-R, Bob.com.
All right, sometimes you just can't pull punches when it comes to an important topic, especially the topic of a serious disease we call cancer. And this says most cancer patients have been led to believe that their only chance of survival, according to their doctor, is chemotherapy. Now, this may very well be, according to many health experts, one of the biggest health frauds in human history, telling another human being their only chance, the only treatment available, their only opportunity to get well is to poison a person who's already poisoned. That makes no sense to me. And according to polls taken by researchers at the prestigious McGill Cancer Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, they believe the same thing. Listen to this. 75% of doctors who were polled, medical doctors, would refuse chemotherapy for themselves if they develop cancer and their families. What does that tell you? Well, it tells me that if you have a disease that's as complicated as cancer, you need to do something other than poisoning the person who has it. And that would lead us to Sunridge Medical Center, America's premier center for alternative medicine, where you can actually truly receive advanced, research-based alternative medicines as support care to patients suffering from these very serious diseases like cancer. And you could also include autoimmune diseases in that, or chronic infections like Lyme disease, or some other problem for which standard conventional Western medicine fails to help. In fact, often is worse than the disease itself. At Sunridge Medical Center, they find ways to help their patients in a variety of ways. And they have those at their fingertips to provide for their patients. In fact, the physicians there use scientific practices, a combination of naturopathic medicine, holistic alternative medicine, yes, traditional medicine, when necessary. So if you've been diagnosed or misdiagnosed, if you've been harmed or you haven't started to care for yourself or find care, seek out the doctors over at Sunridge Medical Center via their website, see what they do, and then you decide. sunridgemedical.com, sunridgemedical, all one word, .com, or pick up the phone Monday morning and call one of the facilitators there and find out if you're a good fit for the type of care that they provide at 800-923-7404. Sunridge Medical Center, 800-923-7404, or online at sunridgemedical.com, 1-800-923-7404 for Sunridge Medical Center. All right, we're going to come back. We're going to be talking about the fact that 93% of antibiotic prescriptions may be unnecessary, according to the University of Michigan, and open up the phone lines. Stay tuned. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
It may come as a surprise to learn that virtually all people have some degree of cataract formation in one or both eyes by age 40. Fact is, cataract is a leading cause of blindness in the United States. But here's the good news. Thanks to medical research, there now exists a way to help prevent cataracts from forming and reverse it in some people who already have it with a revolutionary, safe, and effective all-natural eye drop formulation called Can-C. Can-C eye drops contain a special nutrient called N-acetylcarnosine, which was discovered to be depleted in the eyes of cataract sufferers. Can-C has also been found to help glaucoma, floaters, dry eyes, and retinal problems. Think about how important your sight is now and will be in the future. Then decide to protect your precious vision with Can-C eye drops. I personally use Can-C eye drops, and you should too. Call 800-861-4936. 800-861-4936. That's 800-861-4936 or wisechoicemedicine.com.